Go, Michael. You got him. You got him. We need that.
Yeah.
We need that.
Let's go, Hassan.
Go for one.
Hassan, come here. Let's do the fight. Come here.
Got him.
There we go.
What's called? What's called? Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Dmfl Spring 2026 podcast episode 2. We are back with some familiar faces. It's been a very, very long time. The boycott has finished. So they have returned back to the podcast. Very excited to see you guys back, man. How you guys feeling right now about everything? Start with the champ.
I'm going to call us the Rescue Rangers, man. After that week 1 podcast, whatever that catastrophe was, we had to come help you out a little bit.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, what do you think, Sonny?
Yeah, man. I mean, I feel like we were just here. You know, it doesn't seem. I can't believe it's been a year, but I'm excited to get it rolling again. I didn't think I was gonna have that much to say, but I think we got a lot to cover.
Oh yeah,
because it was an exciting week 1. A lot of storylines.
You know, Mucky did mention to me that last week's podcast was the worst of all time. It was when I heard that I was shocked because I didn't know people like love the podcast that much, because there's been some seasons where like we'd miss some weeks and then we like cumulatively do like 2 weeks in a row, but now I'm seeing like the podcast is like it's growing and people actually love, you know, when we shout them out and we give them their flowers. But last week we had an OG crew. We had one new guy. I have to apologize to Idris because I didn't tell him it's like a open league. So when he was saying the names for Quan, he's like, you know, like he was.
That was actually the best part of the podcast, and butchering those names.
Yeah,
like he was thinking everyone was so Isaac Brown. He's thinking Ishaq for for Isaac.
Yeah,
but he don't know.
Arajit and
Hashim, yeah, Dejan,
all on Dart.
Dejan Mustard.
He butchered the Darts roster big time.
Yeah,
but yeah, good guy.
It was comedy.
No, I'm glad. You know, like obviously, you know, he don't really know the players, so
yeah,
it's mostly just me talking and OG were able to talk. But
yeah,
now we got some old guys who live and breathe Dmfl last like 4 or 5 seasons. So
yeah,
it'll be fun.
But you realize literally everybody has a nickname. Like
you
were saying Ibrahim, you're like, no, Ibby.
Ibby. Yeah. I was trying to help him out, but then after the first like roster, I was like, just let him cook. Yeah. Just let him cook. You know, it was pretty funny, so I was just let him go. But that was I was dying laughing. Like that was
a valiant effort.
It was a fun time.
Yeah.
All right, 8 a.m. game. First game of this season. I made sure it was a banger.
Yeah, you chose
I had to make sure 8 a.m. Every season we had Dmfl. First game of the year has always been good.
Yeah,
we cannot have no free agents playing the game 1
yeah.
of the season. We have in game Ariel Del Fiero versus the Dart Knights, defending champions, A&O team of last season. Made history actually. No one has ever been perfect and won the championship. So it was what I thought it'd be and more. I'm gonna let you guys go because you guys want to start off.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I think this is like basically like a rematch. Like, I think to me, this is the FNF team, right? I mean, you have Taj Sharif, you have, huh?
No, he's on DBZ.
Oh, then okay, no, actually, you know, Endgame is the FNF team. Wouldn't you say Endgame is the FNF team?
I would say DBZ is.
DBZ is more the FNF team. Who have they brought back?
It's a lot. CM.
Yeah. Endgame really only has Ariel and
that's it.
from the FNF team, right? Everyone else is kind of
Endgame. So Endgame.
The Eagles of last season drafted team.
Yeah.
It's straight Eagles.
Yeah. Okay.
Jerry, Jamal, all those guys.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, dude, who's that guy? Is it Jerry? Is Jerry the guy who was just like literally just cooking him?
He was on Demon Time.
I mean,
Jerry's World.
Look, Knights started off really, really good, and from defensively, they got them back to a 4th and 27. On the very first play of the game, 4th and 27.
And then
Ariel drops back, And then Jerry just does a deep cross route and just like I don't know who he mossed, but yeah, and that was the beginning of the end right there. I mean, like Dark Knights stuck with him. They didn't convert on their extra point. Dark Knights came back, scored a touchdown, converted their extra point, so now it's 7-6. Pap's looking good. You know, he's hitting all his guys. Everything's looking good so far. And it's just back and forth, until eventually it's 2 touchdowns apiece. 14 all.
Back and forth, yeah.
Yeah. And then Dark Knights goes down 3 touchdowns to 2 with 2 minutes left. Remember this? And then you see the pitch. And then everything went downhill from there. Yeah, and that was honestly like the first
That's
pitch
the first time Isaac's ever pitched.
in his life, bro. I've watched every single Isaac game for the last 4 to 5 years. That's the first time he's ever pitched. Over. I mean,
Never again, Isaac.
yeah, it was. Yeah, that's just just stick to what you do, bro. Stick to what you do. I mean, and you were playing really. I mean, you actually, I think you had juked a guy, and like you could have had more yak, but anyway, is what it is. So then it was a pitch in their own part of the field, and then after that they went up 4 touchdowns to 2 going into halftime.
So did Isaac cost them the game?
No, but I mean it was the beginning of the end. I mean, like there was more that went into it because right out of the half, Dart got the ball and they went down and scored. So it was less than a 1 touchdown game. So it was still a winnable game at that point. I don't think Isaac cost them, but it was a rough point.
Okay, so I have a lot to say on this one. So, opening day, ring ceremony, banners are going up. But what the heck happened? Like, we need to put a APB or Amber Alert on Dart's defense. Because you're not beating anybody giving up 40 points.
Yeah.
And I know...
And that was their staple last year.
The 2-3-2 is their staple defense from last year, right?
Yeah.
But you're... Like... To me, that 2-3-2 was broken. Like a lot of the times you saw Ibby on an island in the middle. So there was a drive where Samin caught like 4 in a row. Who's the new guy that just was cooking? Like the boy looked like he should be wearing a headset taking orders at Burger King, but this man was taking ankles. Like he was absolutely
destroying people,
cooking them.
Yeah, caught everything.
So and then Jerry was on demon time. They couldn't stop him. Like. I don't know what happened to Dart's defense, but that's always been their MO. Like you're always gonna get a guaranteed good defensive Dart performance. But what was it like? They're missing Rafe. Is that a big?
They're still super talented though. Like,
I mean, they didn't want to re-sign Rafe.
Huh?
They didn't want to re-sign Pick 6 Rafe.
Yeah.
I mean,
they got Isaac, they got RJ, they got Moas. It's not like they had a huge drop off or anything like that. They still got talent, like oozing talent.
Yeah. I mean, game is a game. It's one game. What I didn't like was a lot of the guys laughing and smiling after the game. Yeah. I'm not going to say any names, but like Papia and Ibby. I mean, like, they got to realize going back to back is going to be tough, right? Like, you're not the hunter anymore. You're being hunted. So I need to see Mamba mentality out of them. I need to see them not smiling and laughing. I need them to like be pissed off after that loss. But like, I trust their leaders, P and Daha and Ibby, Jelani. They're gonna get together and they're probably gonna bounce back. But they got a hell of a matchup next week, so it's not a whole lot of time to think about it, right?
We'll get into that.
So, but yeah. On the flip side, endgame though, Ariel looked great. Total command of the offense. Mm-hmm. Usually when he's yelling, screaming, hollering, they're probably winning.
Yeah.
Good things are happening.
Yeah. And he doesn't have to look in his rear view to see if there's another quarterback coming to take his spot.
Oh,
right? I mean, that's not a knock to him, but I mean, like, at least he can play free, right?
Yeah.
I mean, at least he knows he's the undisputed QB1.
100%. And shout out to Ariel. Like, everyone
he deserves to be the undisputed QB1.
He's playing probably the best football at anyone in DMFL right now, right? And shout out, kudos to him because he pretty much brought back his DMFL draft league team, right? When this is a bring your own team league. So he added a couple pieces, but for the most part, the core is the same as the draft league. So shout out to him.
Yeah, great performance by Ariel, Jerry, all those guys. So yeah, it was well-deserved win.
Yeah, and then shout out Tanner Kretzinger. He had over 100 yards receiving. Kretzinger from he's the white Jelani, and he's doing his thing, man. Like he was
So was he just like really sweaty that day, or like? Well, I was like legit confused. Did he like pour water on himself?
I think it's water.
It
I think
was?
water.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like he just
Uh-huh.
pour it on and get ready to go type.
With that performance, he can do whatever he wants, I guess.
All right, 9 a.m. We had Traffic Home Mafia versus Forgotten Ummah. Free agent versus bring your own team, but we have CM at quarterback. It was a tough start to the game because referees didn't know the rule of free agents get the ball first, both halves. So when I first saw the game, I'm like, yo, they need the ball first. They're gonna need every help they can get.
Yeah.
So referees had to quickly tell them, hey, this is the rule, this is this, and they fixed that one up. So they switch sides. And then also another rule free agents get is you don't need to snap under the legs. Free agent teams. You can do like this.
Yeah,
one.
I noticed that.
So I was telling them all the rules that they can use. Where we gave them these rules to help the free agent teams, and they weren't using any of it. So I told them those rules, and unfortunately, the snap was still going very slowly. Like it was like that's the issue with all free agent teams is like they can never figure out the snap. The snap is their killer. That's what. Overall, like Jalen David went off. You know what Jalen David is on Traffic Home Mafia. Oh, Papillo's getting his number.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Classic.
But yeah, this guy was like insane, like doing his thing. But obviously, Forgotten Ummah was just too much to handle. Yeah. And you know what happens next.
I like what you did by allowing Sammy to quarterback Forgotten Ummah. Like, for free agent teams that have a formidable QB, I think it's important because a lot of free agent teams when they have a
no. Sammy's not the quarterback of the free agent team. He's the quarterback of Forgotten Ummah. That's not
sorry.
a free agent team.
Sorry, that's what I mean. That's what
Iachi is a free agent team.
Oh, okay. So they're both Forgotten Ummah is not a free agent team.
No,
they're bring your own team.
That's
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they still needed a quarterback.
Yeah.
They still needed a quarterback.
Yeah.
So, decent team though. Decent team with the JV team.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think
they play weekly though, so they're like active.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
They're good players.
These guys that play on the
but
weekly,
just relative to the other teams though.
Yeah.
Relative to DBZ and Endgame.
Yeah.
I mean, those teams are on another level
For sure.
for GV purposes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they seemed to have a good time. They were laughing, they were joking, so they put them on him. What was it, like 28-0, something like that?
34.
34, yeah.
34.
So Traffic Cone, no. Traffic Cone couldn't really move the ball that much. I mean, there were some jump balls that guy got in the first half, but apart from that, they couldn't get like a sustained drive going. So, I mean, we've seen this in other seasons, right? The teams just need a little bit of time to figure it out. And I think like as the season goes on, you'll probably see like more progress. Hopefully they keep coming out, but I think that I think you'll see like improvement from them. It's a free agent team, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna take some time for them to gel and get going. So, I mean, it'll be good as long as they have fun. That's what matters. But yeah, I mean, Forgotten Ummah looks good. So 1-0, good start to the season.
For sure. All right, 10 a.m. We had we had the Shanghai Sharks versus DoomZday. Tough game for me. It was if someone would have asked me, you have a 9-0 lead with like 17 minutes to go.
Yeah.
And this is how the game is going to start. I would take those odds always. Like 9-0 is amazing. I got free 9 points pretty much. But I'm gonna give credit to Mucky because when it was 9-0, I know he was off to the woods. Like, I felt the woods was like it was coming up, but I felt it. Like, I felt him going like it was coming soon. But what he did was he actually broke through the woods and he actually like came back to us and he actually scored that 9-6. He drove down and scored, and that was big, I think, for his team, confidence level and all that. And I think that's when like my team broke down after 9-6. A lot of it was my mistakes. I would say that the 3 rush they did bring definitely had me a little bit, not that I was shocked by it, but it kind of had me a little bit like I was kind of shook to deal with that. I didn't know what to do at some points, and my team wasn't ready to deal with a 3 rush. I would say we didn't plan for that, and we didn't have a star ready. Like we didn't have things ready for that kind of defense. Still, I played 5 for a long time. I should have been able to like figure out what to do with this quickly, but it didn't happen. And we got a pick 6, and then like we had a 4th down and like 4th and inches. I should have used the best punter in the league, Hamza Ibrahim, to boom it to earth and just have to earn that second one. But we go for it, like, I was playing Madden out there. I was playing Madden. Like, on like I was wilding out pretty much, and then you took advantage of that. And I would say Ife ended us. Like Ife really took it to us really badly. I would say I told one of my corners, I was like, yo, he's the guy. Like he's the guy we need to make sure. Ife.
But you weren't saying that pregame.
Yeah.
Pregame I was all about Jab Bajour. Nah, I'm talking. Listen, that last podcast I was trolling, but what I meant to say was when I mean threat, I'm talking about like a threat as in like I was saying you didn't have a jump ball threat last season. I was not talking about the entire team is like no one's, but I was saying last season you didn't have a threat like that kind of big threat. So I wasn't saying anything about Ife. We know what Ife is. Like everyone know Ife. He was a late addition too, so I might have slipped my mind the last podcast, but we know who he is. And I told my guy during the game, I'm like, yo, this is their dude. Like we didn't game plan for him. I'm saying when I saw him, oh shoot, he's actually like he's here. Ife's here. I'm like, yo, we gotta deal with this guy. And I told him like, yo, he's like, if we take care of him, we're in a good spot. And we didn't do that. He had like the chair first one. He had a little post corner, and then
He almost got that one from Amon at the end of the first
oh yeah.
So if he catches that touchdown from Amon, are we talking about one of the best halftime performances by anyone? Because he had a pick too in the first half.
I think
he would have had 3 tutties,
3 touchdowns and a pick. I don't know.
Yeah.
Jerry's performance in the first half was pretty epic too.
Yeah,
he had 2 touchdowns. But yeah, it would have been. I mean, it was a sight to see.
Yeah.
But what are you thinking when you get sacked on the very first play of the game?
I mean, 9-0, a safety on the first play of the game,
and this is coming off 2 losses last year
to this man
right?
Yeah.
So there was the non-so crash out game when Prov dropped that ball, right?
Yeah,
epic game. And then there was the semis last year.
We got
right?
blasted.
Yeah, the Cook year.
Blasted.
You know what I mean? So you're coming off the heels of that.
Yeah, in my head, I'm thinking like Hazem's my kryptonite. I'm going 0-3 to this guy.
Yeah,
like season's over before it started.
Yeah, but you walked off the field, you were like laughing.
Yeah,
you got sacked, but you were like laughing.
You guys have been around me long enough. Like the highs and lows of Mucky are like no other, right?
Yeah.
But like right now, I'm just like carefree. Like going down 9-0 off the first 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And then we come back and it's like it's a side snap, it's a bodies, it's a chip and release, and then next thing you know, we're in the red zone, and then chair route, boom, kill shot, right? And then the energy's like instantly revived on our team. And then you gift wrapped us like another
TOD,
like
or is it
down.
picking the
You guys needed a yard, and you had 3 plays to get the yard and didn't get it. That's deflating, right? And I saw the look. And then it was Ife post corner. Like the throw was a dot, right?
Yeah. You saw what look? You saying you took their hearts?
That took their soul because like Ife's coming for your head.
Yeah.
Like ask your boy Action Jackson. Like you didn't see that coming.
Who's Action Jackson?
Traction.
Oh, Traction Jackson.
He wasn't playing.
He wasn't?
Okay.
We were trying to figure out who's who.
Yeah, we're trying to
we
figure out
assumed
who
that
your
was
new guys
Traction.
are.
No,
Will
not
2.0?
Traction.
Who's the big guy?
Isaiah.
Isaiah.
That's
So
not Traction.
Who's the guy who plays for Huskies?
Is it Carrollton?
that's not him. That's a different guy.
Oh.
But anyhow, like, so we scored 25 unanswered points and like down 9-0, and then boom, we're up by like 20. And then I saw the fear of God in this man when we were setting 3, right? Like Hazem Tariq probably didn't expect Jad to rush through the middle and cause absolute havoc, right?
Yeah.
Like Hazem was in the wilderness. Like it was Blair Witch Project time for this man right here. But I could see it. After the pick 6 to Rafe, it was GG's.
Yeah.
You know? So I mean, you know, the game isn't lost or won in the first 5-6 minutes, and the scoreboard said we won by 8, but it felt like you know, a pretty handed win. So
yeah, I would say I really enjoy when Mucky's happy, man. Like I really like when he's on like a high horse, because when Mucky crashes and burns, it's such a sight to see, man. It's such a sight when he crashes and burns. But like for me, listen, like it's week 1 for me.
Yeah.
You know, I did look like
You do start
I
off
look pedestrian. I kind of always do week 1. My team is never like firing all cylinders. We have no chem, we have no strategy. But I would say, you know, just stay tuned. I had some guys missing that week. Like I had some guys that were on we were there that day, but they're kind of hurt. So I'm just saying, like my team is still trending. You know what I mean?
Like, look, last season you lost the opening game.
Got smacked up, yeah.
And you ended up in the finals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Actually, we started like 0-2, I think, or something like that.
Did you?
Yeah.
It was bad.
No, you lost to Dart week 1, and then I think you bounced back. Or you
think-
might have lost this.
I think we lost the
Suja
week 3 game or week 3.
Okay.
Probably 1 and 2 start. 1 and
And
2.
even if you look at the draft league, you had a horrendous start to that too, and then you won I think 3 or 4 in a
3
row.
or 4 row, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you know.
Yeah, I would say like I did look bad though. I would say that I really feel like you guys played well, but I think that like I think I myself hurt us a lot more than my like. I would say I was the cause of this loss for my team.
So this was this.
You know what I mean? Like I would say like my performance as a quarterback was
Yeah.
a big reason why we lost.
Alright.
Because like you did like besides your Ife touchdown plays, there wasn't a lot of like driving down the field of like having to grind out scores. I gave you a pick 6. Not gave you guys took it. I threw a pick 6. She had a short field Ife, and then you had another short field after my Jad interception. So you had a lot of short fields you were dealing with. So I would say I didn't see a lot of like mucky, like besides the 9-0 drive.
First drive, yeah.
That was a grind out, beautiful drive. Beautiful. Y'all did body, sides, all that crap. But besides that drive, it was a lot of short fields, a lot of like bad decisions by me. I'm just saying, like, I feel like if I played better, it might have been a different game because we kind of had it under control until like the F up. So I don't know. You guys are a good team though. I gotta give them the props. And even Suffy was rushing well. Ali rushed well. It was a good rush going on. Jad.
I mean, you're kind of bringing a brand new team. You've kind of brought a brand new team. I mean, you got Hamza, Ummah, Fred. Fred's outball. You're out. The outballs you throw to Fred are always money.
Yeah.
He knows exactly where to be, and you know exactly. Because I'm on the sideline and I'm just watching these, just like dots, right? Don't you agree? Like that was the one of the bright spots.
He has
for you.
strong hands.
You know what I mean?
Fred has
Like,
great
he
hands.
just. I don't know what the communication was because I saw you guys communicating.
Yeah.
You guys would say something to each other, and then he would know. You would know if it's 7, if it's 10, if it's 12. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he turns around, it's right there.
Yeah.
So
me and Fred have been playing together for a while now. It's probably since season 2. So our chem has grown a lot, and like the trust factor too. Like he's the one guy that I would say like right now on my team, like that I'm with the most in practice. So I will grow. But I think credit to Shanghai Sharks. They took care of business, and they saw they saw blood in the water, and they took advantage of it. So I can't say y'all didn't do that. You guys did, and but it's a long season, man. That's all I can say. It's a long season.
It is.
All right, 11 a.m. game. Dragon Ball Z DBZ versus FTA Vice. I mean, in the power rankings, we had Dragon Ball Z as the number 1 team. A lot of people have had this team number 1 team. Like in Carrollton, they've been just dominating the field.
Yeah.
You're adding an already stacked squad, and then you add Jamel and TG to an already stacked squad. And they also added Logan. You know, Logan from GV. You guys remember Logan?
Yeah,
like
of course.
Yeah.
He came a dart.
OG,
a little,
OG
he came
GV,
a dart a little bit too.
Yeah. Good guy.
But yeah, OGGV, like this is a team that's like, you know, besides they just lost Ariel, and that's pretty much it. It's the same team as like their previous seasons.
Yeah.
I'm very shocked at the score of this
Why?
game.
Where did you have FTA in the preseason rankings?
I think they had 7, right?
We had them around like that 6 range.
So who was 7?
No, you were 6. FTA was 7.
Oh wow, okay. So yeah, I had us at 6 and they were at 7. FTA Vice.
Yeah. And if you watched the Pod Wars episode 4 that we put out, Moa's actually had FTA as number 7 as well. And I had FTA in my top 3. So, I mean, you know, they have. Hey, by the way, FTA's complete squad wasn't there last week. They were missing Jake and Carbone. So,
Arguably their top 2 guys.
yeah, so they're going to be scary. And Loki kind of sold this game. Like they should have won this game. They were up, and then they let DBZ. They let DBZ score in the last minute or 2 minutes or something like that, and then they played a good overtime. I think Bruce got in. I mean, for the extra point, And I don't think that final extra point was a catch, but I can see the argument that it was a flag catch, maybe. But yeah, it was a hell of a game. Great back and forth battle. But I think FTA proved that, you know, they're contenders. They're here to play. Might be the best dart team.
They do have a lot of dart players on that team.
I think
so.
Might be the best.
So this was game of the week, right? Probably. I don't know if you officially announced
Yeah.
game of the week, but so I was very interested to see one. You know, was Bruce going to use 3 blockers?
Mm-hmm.
Because Bruce, he's not the traditional 3 step drop quarterback, right?
Right.
He's gonna want to feel the rush and then find the right angle,
spin,
and then attack the defense.
Yeah.
But he was doing a great job. Like Saman and Patrick were giving him good time. He was choosing to run when he had it, and then I think their first 2 drives were touchdowns. Same with DBZ. You know, first half was like fireworks, back and forth, and then it became a defensive kind of 4 and outs, and then you got to overtime, which we'll get into. But you know, FTA played great. Like this is a team, like we can all agree, like they can knock anybody out, right? Like they got all the firepower.
Absolutely. Especially if they're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah,
it's going to be a tough out.
And then on the flip side, DBZ, you had they probably didn't play their cleanest game, but like
Josh Sharif, I don't think he got any looks.
But like even on that in this late in the games, 4th and they're backed up. Like, pretty much the game's on the line, right?
Yeah.
FTA brings in 3 people, and I think it's Bruce that rushes in the middle, and Iman gets him with that little pump, and Bruce jumps, and then Iman runs for the first down, or did he score? I'm not sure.
I think it's first down.
But like
He ran like 40 yards though.
Yeah.
Almost the whole field.
And that was the game. Like
if
Bruce stays home and pulls the flag or forces a bad throw or you know, who knows? Like FTA probably wins that game.
Down too.
Yeah.
So, but that's what good teams do. Like they have that championship DNA. They're gonna find ways to win, even though they're not playing the best.
Yeah.
And so, like, we can get in overtime. I know we all thought that game deserved a better ending. Like there was a controversy at the end. Did Hassan catch it? Was it a flag catch? Was it not?
Yeah.
Did Bruce get in on the extra point? Did he was running backwards? Did he extend? Like, I mean, it was everything you could imagine. And like,
we'll see that on the highlights though, right? In 4K.
Yeah. 4K.
Yeah. So I mean, but yeah, man, great game.
I mean, but it was remarkable to me that after the game like had ended, like when Lonnie had tipped the ball out, FTA just kind of like was resigned to the loss. They were just like, all right, let's dab him up and let's go. You know, I was like, yo, I mean, like, there has to be a review of that. You know, they're like, nah.
Can you review it? What's the rule on that? Like, do you need a timeout to review or?
Yeah, I mean, the official rule we tell referees is like when it's controversial or game deciding, like to usually go to the review. But the thing is like when referee really believes that this call doesn't need to be reviewed, like he was sure of that call, like
The catch?
the catch he was very sure of. And if you know, this referee, Prez, actually was a referee in the last season when it was a Monstars deep ball. Like they threw a Hail Mary and he caught it and then he extended and they pulled his flag and he called short. But he calls it very like he don't play with his like he's very like sure. So he made the call short and actually in the review was right. He actually after the 4K is shown, he was right in that moment. So after this call, he says it was catch. He called touchdown catch, game over, like let's go home. The only thing I would tell him in the future is like just review it because it was a game decider. Like that was like if you call short, if you call incomplete pass there, then you go in their OT. So like the rule is though referees should look at those like controversial ones, but where they're not sure of. But when referee have the power to make calls because like why are they there then? Like what's the point of referees if we're just gonna review everything that's controversial? You know, so they have to have some kind of say in like they can make calls. You know, so he made a call there. I think the reaction of the crowd made us review it. And we reviewed it and the call stand. But to me, flag football wise, that's a catch to me. That's a catch. And flag football, that's a catch. Because flag football, you really just need to have securing the ball. And the defender cannot come and just take it out of your hands. What it seems to me is he has the ball in his hands. He has the ball 2 feet down. and you see Lonnie just coming like the RKO. You know, RKO does this.
Yeah.
He kind of just like comes in and just like takes the ball out and rips it out.
So
It's a strip.
You can't
He
strip
stripped the
it
ball.
back.
That's what I see.
Mhm.
So to me, clear.
He wasn't going for a deflection or anything like that.
No, because Hudson's like this. He's like this, crowded. He has it 1 second, and then you see Lonnie just.
The ball's not moving at all.
I don't see a move,
Okay.
but if you want to zoom, like I didn't see a move in the review. But I'm not reviewing. I went to the review, but referees have full say on like.
For some reason. I thought maybe like because Hudson's catching it like this, like maybe his foot, like his own foot, hit the ball out. But we'll see it. We'll see it on Thursday, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see it. I didn't think so, but still, like FTA Vice, I didn't have them being close in this game. Like, if I was like, if you would have asked me, I think I had like a 35, like 22 type, like a 13-point window. But Bruce and these guys showed out, man. And you're right, Carbone wasn't there and Jacob wasn't there. Those are probably like their D1 from what school were they playing at? They were at Princeton University. White boy receivers were there, like Wes Walker and Amendola weren't there. So I mean,
even without them, they still have weapons. I mean, Devin, this man catches anything with one hand on it. Micah, who got going late in that game, he's also watch out for this guy.
Yeah,
like this guy's a rookie of the year candidate too. He's got speed and he's got great hands. So I mean, they're loaded. That team can knock anybody out, like I said earlier.
I'm excited to see what they can do.
All right, our 12 p.m. game, we had the Black Mambas versus Nightmare Team Sunny, brand new team this year. Black Mambas is the collab of the Seiya Bros and the Oasis brothers, man. It's a crazy collaboration they got on their side. And, like, it's funny that they're not called Greatest Show on Turf anymore. I think it's because there's too many, like it's like half. It's a split. It's like Usher Bros people with like Marcos and like Seth and like Easy and Ace, on one side, and then you have like Dan Harris and like.
Do you think it was like 6 and 6?
It's probably like 5-5, 5-5, I think. So it's like an even split. So they got a whole new name this year, Black Mambas, and obviously you have a new team this year. If you want to speak on like.
Yeah. So take us through that. So what caused you to start Nightmare? Why did you leave Legends? Like, tell us the whole origination of that story.
Well, I mean, I was actually gonna stay on Legends. Those are my guys, right? I mean, I love those guys, but they made some questionable off-season moves that I had some issues with. The biggest one, of course, was dropping Muiz Ghazi. Because when they dropped Muiz Ghazi, I was done. That was the deal breaker for me. I was out at that point. So, but yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, like, there's so many Dart guys that are available to play that I wanted them to be under one banner. So I wanted, Sahil, and I wanted a lot of my Carrollton guys for Nightmare to be able to play, and I wanted that continuity there. So I was able to bring, Safwan Tukdi, Jay and Simon. They're a package deal. And they've been with me for so long that, I wanted them all to play together. And I knew that this was going to be a team that was just going to be fun. Jordan and all these guys, Beasley. So I knew it was going to be a fun team. I knew that we weren't going to be on the level of these other teams that are just like stacked beyond belief. Yeah. We're a rec team. You were talking about that like in the last podcast. We are a rec team. You know what I mean? So
come on, man,
dude.
You guys still have talent.
We are very talented. Yes, I do believe that we're talented, but we are honestly like a wreck team relative to the other teams.
So take us through the game. What happened though? Because we all saw the final score, but
we couldn't move the ball offensively. Like, we just couldn't move the ball. I think Saul had a little bit of trouble getting going, and then eventually we started using Simon and we could get the ball going. But yeah, like, we just couldn't get like a sustainable drive going. So, but I thought defensively we played okay. We just got beat, on some deep balls. But like, honestly, I'm fine. Like, it's I think Black Mambas played a great game, and they did a lot of the stuff that we thought they were going to do with the side snaps and the stars and things like that. So actually, I don't know if they starred, but they definitely side snapped and used ace a lot. I saw a lot of ace. I really didn't see much of Aaron Key. I really didn't see much of who's the guy who was on FTA last season?
Marcus Burnett.
Marcus Burnett. I didn't see much of that either. You know what I mean? I did see a lot of the new guy. Is his name Seth? Seth, right? I saw him get a lot of touches. So I mean, bro, this team is really good as well. So this team could beat any team, and I'm excited to see what they can do. But yeah, I mean, like honestly, we got outclassed. It is what it is. So it's fine.
Different weight classes? Or
Huh?
different weight classes?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely, more of a cruiserweight, welterweight, and
So
it's fine.
before we talk about GS, I keep calling him GS. I got to get used to the new name, Black Mambas.
Yeah,
So with you guys,
yeah,
it's ultimately going to come down to Sahil. I mean,
sure.
Sahil to me, like,
He's our engine.
you guys are probably gonna, I don't know, you have your own opinion, but like he has the height, the speed, the arm strength to be like a really good quarterback. He could be Ariel 2.0.
Yes.
Like for Sahil, I feel like it's a confidence thing.
Mhm.
Like, can he avoid the panic? Can he make good decisions?
Mhm.
Like, he's still young, so I know he's gonna improve. But I want to see Sahil like I feel like he defers too much. I think he needs to, own the huddle, own the offense.
Yeah, more command.
Be more assertive.
Yeah.
And like, cause he's got all the tools, man.
Yeah.
Like to be really good in this league.
Yeah.
So, I hope you guys, like it's still early, one game, like you guys will bounce back. You guys you were missing a couple guys. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I'd say keep your head up. But
Yeah.
on the flip side, Black Mambas, man, they look really scary.
Yeah.
Like preseason, in my opinion, they were top 3. Like their roster is loaded,
Mhm.
and them bringing on Obey the Ace, like that is absolutely huge in my opinion for like Dan and Horace.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna bring more clarity, more like direction. They're gonna be playing more like organic flag football, and like I think to some degree, like this, like that's exactly what they needed. So, yeah, man, watch out. Like I would not be surprised at all if they're like in the mix very late to the year.
For sure.
Yeah, they also got Arish too. Arish,
He wasn't there last week.
he wasn't at the game. No,
He's probably gonna be there next week.
Yeah. He'll be there for your game. He'll be
Yeah?
there. I don't know.
Confirmed?
I don't know. I'm
Okay.
just saying, like,
He's solid.
Yeah, no, they have a really like stacked roster, and I didn't know when they added Marcus. Marcus is from FTA. That like he's another freak.
Yeah.
So they have a really strong safety core.
Yeah.
They're airing like you can't throw the ball deep against this team.
No.
Like don't throw the ball anywhere deep. Just throw it short.
Let me write that down for next week.
Don't
throw deep.
unless unless it's Ife. Ife, you can throw the ball deep.
Down there somewhere.
Yeah, just throw it.
down there somewhere.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
Suffy down there somewhere.
Something.
Dmfl Season 5 Power Rankings after Week 1. Here we go at number 10, Tropical Mafia. Unfortunately, it was a pretty bad beatdown last week, 34-0. But, inshallah, you keep racking up W's, learning more, practicing, getting better. Inshallah, you can climb the power rankings. At number 9, we have Nightmare. Why are they here? Yes, you play a top team in the league, but it's the way you lost. I didn't see a lot of fight. I didn't see a lot of, anger. I just saw a lot of it was just a beatdown pretty much. So this is why you are at number 9, 0-1 right now. At number 8, we got Forgotten Ummah. They're looking good. They're 1-0. They took care of business last week, but now they have a really big test against Nightmare. So we will see how this 8 and 9 will shake up coming soon. At number 7, we got DoomZday. Yes, DoomZday is here, 0-1 so far. Had a good start to the season, but just couldn't sustain it for 40 minutes of the game. And now you're at number 7. It's a very competitive league. This is a good roster, but can they get wins? At number 6, we got FTA Vice. Yes, this team looked great last week against DBZ. Almost shocked the world with the overtime W against almost the defending champions of Season 2 and Season 3. So go big or go home. So we'll see what happens. At number 5, Black Mambas looked amazing last week. They took care of business against Nightmare, a complete shutout, complete domination. The sky's the limit for this team. They can either win a championship or they can, just be a middle of the pack team. We'll see. But like this team has a chance to be great. And number 4, we got DART Knights, their first loss in 382 days. It was shocking to see. They really lost the game. The defense did not look that well. Offensively looked pretty good. It just that in-game just looked like they were on another level. We'll see how DART Knights bounce back. And number 3, we got the Shanghai Sharks. They were sharking last week. I'll tell you that right now. And they looked great. It was a good team. They had chemistry. They were on. Everyone was like mucky, like their father or something like that. They looked great. They took care of business, took care of DoomZday, and now they have a big test against Black Mambas. So we'll see what happens. At number 2, we got Dragon Ball Z, 1-0. The other formidable GB team. They were amazing. They had an overtime game. This team is still was ranked number 1 last week. They're at number 2 now, just because it wasn't a complete dominant win, but a win is a win. Win by 100, win by 1 point, or overtime W. A win's a win, and they got it done. And at number 1, we got in-game is looking like they are on another level. Ariel Del Fierro is out of this world right now. His stats are amazing. 5 touchdowns, most passing yards ever by a Dmfl player in history in one game, over 326 yards. So this team is on another level. Jerry, Jamal, Ariel, they didn't have their full roster out there. Still took care of the defending champions, the 8-0 perfect DART Knights of last year. Bring your own team. So that is it. We will see how week 2 game. Check out the power rankings, but we will see you guys next week.
All right, it is now time for predictions for week 2. This is like I said, these games matter a lot now. Seeding is going to matter because 1 through 4 get to pick who they want to play. Well, actually 1 through 3. They will pick who they want to play in the first round of the playoffs. So these games matter. Every game is going to matter. Top 8 make the playoffs. Bottom 2 will be playing the Rec Consolation Championship for Dmfl.
There's really a championship for the bottom 2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It'll be something like
The
that.
goal is not to be there.
The goal is not to.
And that's all going to depend on this first game next week.
Is that
Man.
the 8 a.m.?
That's basically the game that will decide who gets the 8 seed.
We got a banger. We had a
Forgotten
banger.
was not going to win any of the games realistically. They're not going to be favored in any of the games for the next 4 games.
Okay.
Valid? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to have to play one of the top 7 teams.
Every
week, just
Yeah.
like we are.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm not saying they can't win or that they won't win. They're just not going to be favored.
Yeah.
Same
it's
is
fair.
true for us. We're
Fair.
not going to be favored in any other game that we play.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, all right. So you know who I'm going to pick in game 1, right? Obviously. So let's see what you
8
guys
a.m. We got Forgotten Ummah versus Team Nightmare, Team Sunny.
Wow.
CM Ashraf's JV team versus Nightmare. Sunny's also GV team. Not GV, JV. Your Timu version. No, I'm joking. Not Timu. But when I heard Nightmare, I'm thinking it's a good Carrollton team. I'm not thinking you guys are like horrible.
They're doing great, Carrollton.
People
right
were
now.
chirping to me. They're like, no, this is like a rec team.
Yeah.
People were saying it's a rec team.
relative to the other teams.
Is this team any different than your Carrollton team?
Oh, there's a couple I don't have Beasley on the Carrollton team. Devontae.
Okay.
And I got Chan and Chase on my Carrollton team, and then I got Brandon on my Carrollton team.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I mean, based on what I saw last week with Nightmare,
I don't got Will on my Carrollton team.
what I saw last week was just the rush was definitely bothering Sahil. You're versing a stacked team though. Them boys were firing all cylinders. Harsh was looking really, really good too. Harsh is looking like he's not wavering anymore. The rush is not bothering him. He don't care what you're doing on defense. He's playing his game now. So I'm liking what I'm seeing with Harsh, what he's doing. But I think I'm gonna go with FU in this one actually, because what CM can do is CM plays very consistent brand of football. It's not always flashy. It's not always
You think he's gonna put the team on his back?
No. I don't think he's gonna. Well, yeah, but it's not like he's gonna score 45 points. He's got to score 18 to win.
Name
need
some
3.
of the weapons on FU. Who else is on that team? I know
Yo.
80's on that team.
Yo, my boy Mehdi, he played on my team
Yeah.
last season. That boy did a nice dip. He did a really good dip that like he's been in the lab.
Yeah.
Yassine's pretty well. They have some. They actually didn't get Shahir. You know Shahir Mahmoud, the one that he actually went to Black Mambas actually. But they have like they have some Hassan Mahmoud's cousins on their team. Like they're not like they're not namey. You know the NBA teams that like have all names and they don't ever pan out.
Yeah.
But the team of just like a bunch of guys who just play good brand of basketball somehow make it to the finals.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're going to the final. I'm just saying like they're a very like consistent group who all do their job. They run the 10-yard stops. They pull flags. They do all like the flag football stuff you gotta do.
Yeah.
I think your team is a lot more talented. Probably more talented guys. You play on the football field, they're more talented, but it's all about scoring points. So I don't know. What do you think?
So you guys are absolutely cooked if you lose this game. Forgotten Ummah already won last week.
Right.
So they already got
to
a win in the win column.
You don't play Tropico?
Huh?
You don't play Tropico?
I don't think so. No.
So you guys need to have this game. Is Brandon coming?
No.
He's not coming.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Anybody else missing? You're gonna have. Well, we don't know.
I'm gonna give you a Dan response. We'll see.
So I mean, usually when you get punched in the mouth like y'all did last week,
Yeah.
you guys tend, naturally you would think you gotta respond better. So with the magnitude of this game and what like you have to absolutely
Season
get
on the
this one
line.
because the schedule doesn't get any easier
It
after
does
this.
not get any easier. No.
So this is a must-win game for y'all.
It is.
And I mean, I think you guys are gonna like squeak out a one-score game. So I'm gonna say like 21-14. Nightmare. I like it. All right.
9 a.m. game. We have the Shanghai 1-0 Sharks against the Black Mambas 1-0 as well. This is a nice little game right here, man. This is what should have been week 1 for them. It should have been Shanghai versus Black Mambas. I should have played freaking Nightmare. No, I'm joking. No. Black Mambas is like a team that's ready to go. Like this team has been formed. They practice. They meet weekly. They have Zoom calls. Dan's putting like Mucky strengths. Mucky likes throwing the curl to jab. He likes throwing the post corner to Ife all in a presentation on PowerPoint. Probably.
Can I get this PowerPoint?
No. You have to ask.
Okay.
But so it's gonna be a great game. I think with the Ace acquisitions, this team has become a really problem because what they used to struggle with, they're actually excelling in now, which is like short passes. Like Ace is turning these little short the screens pretty much into like 15-yard gains.
Yeah,
it's kind of giving Horace some like a breathing room now. And I think that like you're gonna struggle throwing the ball deep versus team with Aaron Key and Marcus and guys that can jump.
I don't know, man. I mean, Shanghai historically has done well against GS teams. I mean, if last year is any indication, right? So, and they were not favored last year either. So what was it, a 13-7 win?
So we're the underdog this week too. We're the underdog.
Yeah, you're the underdogs. Yeah, you're the underdogs.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't think so?
No, I'm listening.
I think Black Mambas is probably like minus 150 in Vegas.
So like a touchdown favorite, touchdown spread.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I maybe not.
Defend your team, man.
I'm waiting for Sonny to finish right now. Okay, that's all. Okay, all right. So no, I think this is going to be a tougher test than last week, right? So complete brand new game. New opponent. I mean, like these guys on paper are loaded, like we said. They've completely retooled. I don't think it's going to be a shootout. I think it's more going to be a defensive game. But obviously I'm going to pick us against anybody. So, I mean, I think historically, if you go, if last year's game was any indication, like if we put pressure on Horace early,
it's going to come down to QB play, honestly.
Like we could, we were able to rattle.
Who's going to have the better game plan?
Exactly. And then offensively, they're going to be a huge challenge for us defensively because they're going to be organized.
I think you guys match up fine. Honestly.
We do, but they're going to be organized. They're going to have their plays. You saw Ace last week. crack blocking a lot. They were playing spread a little bit with like one block, and Harris was rolling. So they've gotten a little bit more dynamic too on offense. So we can't key on one person. I mean, it's gonna be a team effort, and like we're gonna have to be locked in from the first. We can't start out 0-9 like we did last week. I'm gonna pick us, and I think it's gonna be a good game.
It's honestly a very even matchup from a talent perspective. Like there's not like a big talent disparity.
Yeah.
You guys have tons of talent as well.
Yeah.
We talk about Jad and Ife a lot, but I mean, you guys got plenty of other players, who are very impactful. Prav had a great game last game. Suffy can dominate a game if he wants to. Who else is on your team?
Darko, Abuzar, Aman.
Yeah.
We all know, there's talent on both sides.
Yeah.
It's all going to come down to
how you use that talent, what your schemes are, how effective you can be, and whether or not, quarterbacks make mistakes.
Exactly.
So, it's going to be a close game.
What do you got? What score do you got?
Huh?
What score do you
got? I got Shanghai winning 24-14.
Oh, wow.
What you got, Hazem?
Yeah, I mean, I doubted you last week, and you came through. You needed one though. You needed one. It was a 2-0 right there, so you needed to get one back after last season.
I did.
So you got one back. I'm happy for you. Yeah, I got Black Mambas winning, but I agree with you. It's not gonna be like a shootout. It's not gonna be a shootout. It's gonna be like a very nasty game. I think very gritty. I'm thinking 3-2 in scoring.
Yeah,
3-2 type. It's not gonna be no shootout. Scoring's gonna be tough. I think it really comes down to quarterback play, like you said. I think if Harris, if you can rattle him, might be a thing for you. If you can rattle him, I have Shanghai.
Black Mambas is favored.
Yeah, they're favored. All right, game 3: Dart Knights versus Dragon Ball Z. 0-1 Dart Knights. Their first loss in 375 days, something like that. It's actually insane. Versus Dragon Ball Z, the number 1 ranked team of power rankings last week. This crazy little game right here. Well, Dart Knights start 0-2, man. This is actually crazy. This is amazing.
Dragon Ball is favored in this one too.
Dragon Ball is definitely favored, I would say, after Dart Knights' performance last week.
Yeah.
They didn't look well defensively. I know, they're gonna talk about it, get on Zoom calls, and discuss what they gotta do.
I need them to play angry this week. Last week was a joke. I know they're a much better team than that. I think they're gonna fix their defensive problems, and I want to see them use Arjit a little bit more in the game plan. And I think it's no talking, no laughing, no smiling. We're gonna go out and play. That's it. On the other side, you have DBZ. They probably feel like themselves they didn't play a great game last week, and so I think they're gonna be sharper. And so Iman's not gonna give you any moment to rest. So on both sides, defense and offense, I think they're going to put pressure on Dart again on their defense to hey, you got to be locked in. And if they get into another shootout, I think if Dart needs to have success in this game, they got to keep it just like the semifinal game from last year and the regular season. They played ahead from the jump, and then FNF was playing catch up, right, for most of those games. So I think if they follow some of the same recipe from last year, they'll have success. But if not, it's going to be another quick night.
You got to figure out their defense. Defense. But I like Dark Knights. I like Dark Knights winning probably by a tutty.
No. I think DBZ beats them by a touchdown.
So DBZ 2-0.
I'm going to say 28-21.
Yeah, also I'm going DBZ as well. I just can't see them losing right now at this stage in time because I feel like the last week they didn't play that well. Exactly. So I feel like they might think that they kind of squeezed by it like a weak performance. So I think they're gonna come out with some more fire this week. So I mean Dart Knights. The thing is with Dart Knights last week, they didn't look bad. Papilla played pretty well.
Yeah, they played good.
They were moving the ball. Papilla was running around. They wasn't like they were looking like they
defensively,
were pedestrian. They looked good offensively. Just they couldn't stop him at all. So was that aerial or was that just Like,
Bad defense.
Bad
I mean,
defense.
A little bit,
Yeah.
I mean, taking nothing away from Ariel and Jerry, they definitely played really well. But yeah, Dark Knights need to figure out.
yeah, I'm gonna go DBZ 35 to 27.
Dark Knights on their way to 06. No, and then 0-6.
Man, no.
Do they play you?
Huh?
Do they play you?
Yeah.
Okay.
They'll be all right.
1-5.
Yeah, 1-5.
All right, 11 a.m.
Ooh, another banger.
11 a.m.
Dang.
Another banger.
FTA Vice versus DoomZday.
Wow.
My team versus Bruce's team. You know, last year we didn't play Bruce's team. FTA Vice kind of we avoid that matchup. So this year we definitely had to add this one. Me and Bruce for the first time on Dmfl soil. It's gonna be a fun one for sure. You know, like when I lose week ones, my record all time is pretty high on that bounce back W. Usually. So definitely we're coming with some fire this week. We know it's desperation mode. You know, like it's time where it's like you can't leave anything in the bag now. It's like
2 0-1 teams though.
2 0-1 teams.
One of you guys are going to be 0-2 after this game.
For sure. And it's going to be a fun one. I think that my team, we had a talent to compete with anybody. It's more about, can we put it together? Yeah. Can we put it together? FTA Vice looked really, really well. They looked really good last week. Yeah. Like it's like, you know, I have my team winning. I think it might be a little bit of, you know, not a shootout, but it might surprise you guys if we're doing it to them. I don't know if it's going to surprise you or not.
Surprise everybody.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I think.
Yeah. So this game, I think you need to use your legs because last week
you got to get to the edge, man. You can't just sit that back in the pocket.
Yeah,
you got to get to the edge.
If you guys are going to be successul, you have to be a dual threat, in my opinion. You didn't run once last week against us, which was surprising. Number 2, I can't be another meet and greet week for you guys again, like it was last week. Okay.
How you know that?
Huh?
How you know it's meet and
I
greet?
don't know, man, but
that?
something tells me. But and then FTA, if they lost, but they looked good in their loss, I don't know. So like to me, I think FTA is gonna win this game. I think it'll be closer than your game against us, but I still have FTA Vice winning this game. You know, I feel like they've got more going in the positive direction than you do right now. Granted, it's such a short season, but I'm going with the better team, and I think they're going to beat you guys 35-28.
Yeah, I got them by 10.
Yeah, I would say it's going to be like a 37-22 type game.
That's a high scoring game, though.
37-22 type.
Yeah.
I think they're going to score. I think I'm not saying they're going to score some points.
Yeah.
I just think that we're going to start putting some things together offensively.
Yeah.
And when that happens, we start making plays on defense, little picks, and that's when things start getting.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. 12 p.m. game. Traffic Home Mafia 0-1 versus in-game 1-0.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is gonna be tough.
Is there a mercy rule or this year or no? Like, do you cap on the points?
I think with the last 2 minutes, if there's
Is
a
it
differential, then I think it's GG.
No, but like on the PD, do you cap?
25 points.
We cap.
What is it?
25 points.
Okay. So yeah, it's definitely gonna hit that. I mean, this is gonna be a day for Ariel to get his stats, build up his MVP resume,
We
probably.
kind of already did that though, like last week.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna
5 touchdowns, 300 plus yards.
Yep.
Like it was insane. Like his last week's stats were actually like insane.
Yeah.
Might have been an all-time actually record, I think, in Dmfl history of passing yards for Ariel.
Terrible, man.
Like imagine Ariel's like stats game came against Dark Knights. Now he's playing a Tropical Mafia, so it's like he had MVP kind of like almost solidified at this point after 2 weeks. It's like stats wise, it's gonna be really hard.
Yeah.
Oh man, stats wise, it's gonna be.
I don't
crazy.
think there's much to say. I think we all agree on this one.
Yeah.
Blowout.
Yeah, I would say Traffic on Mafia is gonna lose probably like 42 to 49, probably 49 to like.
Yeah, I mean,
49-6.
Good learning, another good learning opportunity for Traffic Cone. Hopefully, they get better, improve week to week. But yeah, this is tough, man.
Yeah. All right. As you see, we have lost Sunny for the night.
He got the phone call.
He got the phone call, but we'll finish this off strong. So now it's time for our special segment of spicy topics of spring 2026 after week 1, what we saw out there. So, regarding the Dark Knights, is their fire extinguished? Like, have they lost their aura of spring 2025? Because that 2025 team looked like they couldn't be, like, they were looking like a machine.
Yeah.
And now, you know,
I think, you know, obviously it's Monday morning quarterback. We're reacting to the first game, and I did roast them earlier in this podcast, but with all that said, I have confidence in my guys like Ibi, Taha, Hash, Papia, Jelani. These guys, they've been there before. They know what it takes. They're gonna turn it around. I think they go back, watch film. They know what they did wrong. I think they're gonna fix it. I think this week you're gonna see a better performance defensively out of them. And I know those guys want to go back to back, man. They know what DMFL means to them. You know, everybody's watching. You know, you got highlights coming out every week. They don't want to look back and be like, man, we played like crap. We don't want to do that every week. So I think they're gonna respond. I think they're gonna be fine. Yeah, I think they'll be all right.
all right. And after week 1's games, did DBZ were they too highly rated after their performance against FTA Vice? Because FTA Vice made that like an overtime battle. Like that was like a round 12 like boxing. Like, you know, like they went down to the wire, and everyone kind of had DBZ ranked really, really high.
Yeah.
And they had and people had like FTA more like a 6-7 type team, like a top 5, top 6, 7.
You did.
A lot of people did.
I mean, they're that might be a championship preview for all we know. But I will say for DBZ, you know, I don't think it's always about having the best names on paper on a team. I think chemistry matters a lot. Like, does the talent mesh? But like, even when you watch that performance, I thought they were missing like that rushing that they get with Salah and Sammy. I know Sammy was there, but like, I felt like they were missing that dynamic rush that Salah gives them. I know Logan, he rushed a couple times. He did get a couple sacks, but I feel like that might be a little like missing, like some of that speed that they have with on their past teams with Ariel and Salah. So we'll see. I mean, you know, they have that championship pedigree though. Even though when they don't play good, they find ways to win. So like,
yeah, I mean, Salah's on the roster. I don't know if he's gonna be playing this season, but like, yeah, I would say they missed that rush though. That rush brings them a lot of like Salah's one of the best flag pullers. He gets to you right away. He's also like talking, vocal leader as well. Yeah. So they missed a little bit of that, but I think they still got the job done. They won the game. But obviously, like the way we phrased it, it was like they're coming to take everyone's soul. Yeah. So it wasn't like it wasn't like that, but they still won the game. So they got the job done. All right, that is it for our week 2 podcast. You know, I want to thank Mucky for coming out. And Sunny, obviously, he had to leave early, but you know, it's always fun, you know, being with you in the podcast. Any last words you want to say?
Yeah, man, I wanna call my fellow DMFL colleagues out here. I've been hearing a lot of chatter. You know, a lot of people are locked in the season. They don't want to do the podcast. They're ducking you. And I'm talking to, you know, like the Salahs, the Ariels and Sammys, the Syed bros, Hassan and Taha. You know, like we all want you on the podcast. I think everyone brings value in a certain unique perspective. It brings entertainment, storylines. You know, don't be shy. Come on. Hazem does this for all of us in the community. So I think it'd be good to have representation from every team, man. So like, I'm looking forward to seeing other people from other teams to come on the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, there's some teams that have mentioned that they want to win first. They want to win before they can start speaking and yapping and just like sharing their thoughts. How do you feel about that? Like, people want to win. They want to focus on winning.
I respect that, but you know, this all brings the entire thing together, man. Like, people look forward to the podcast coming out every week. Everyone's interested about the new storylines, and we all know what happens when we leave you by yourself in week 1 when you're doing the podcast. So come on out, man.
Oh man.
Show the
Yeah,
love.
I'm excited. I'm excited for what's next. You know, maybe next week we gotta go out to GV Lands and see what they got to bring to the table as well. And you know, I've talked to the Oasis and Obey. You know, so they might be wanting to get on the podcast as well.
Yeah.
Some guys are interested as well, so it's not everyone that's ducking. But
And we got to get you on Pod Wars too, by the way.
yeah, man, I've never been on a Power Wars episode, man. But we gotta find a new location, man. You won't be seeing me at no sheesh. So we gotta find a new location.
At Taha's Garage, we can ask you some Dart After Dark questions.
That'll be fun.
If you know, you know.
There you go. That'll be fun. We'll see what happens. We'll see.
Inshallah.
I haven't
man.
gotten invited for that one yet, so I need to invite first. but-
Inshallah, we will.
Inshallah, sounds good. All right, guys. Appreciate you. We will see you guys after week 2 games. We have some fun games coming up. Dart Knights, DBZ, FTA Vice, DoomZday, Shanghai Sharks versus Black Mambas. Some very interesting games. We have the Rec Consolation Championship game with Forgotten Ummah versus Nightmare. So stay tuned for all those. We'll see you guys after next week. Salam.
That's good.